misses with his Tempest. So far he's safe. Resonating Strike coming down. Sona coming up to help him, so he will get away with that blue. Safe and sound, so he actually has reset. He has checked the blue timer, so they will know when blue is up as well. So this is actually really huge for Razor Weapon. They've denied Cassiopeia blue, so that is some of the metagame. If they can feed Xerath blue, then that will be absolutely huge. And Xerath needs to be careful too when he engages on Cassiopeia, because he has all this range, but if he gets too close and Cassiopeia is able to lay down her combo, she can actually burst him right back, even with a heavy stun from his normal combo. Cassiopeia using Doran's Ring, so he's going to use the Doran's Ring to get a lot of mana regen, to get those Sork boots to deal even more damage, get that early magic penetration, shred through the base magic resist or magic resist that from runes that champions have. And try to deal tons of damage to Xerath. Xerath actually has his level 2 boots, that's all he has, but using the Doran's Ring just as an early way to get the mana regen and get health. To try to survive the burst of Xerath if he tries to come down on her, and her burst is her sustained DPS is a lot stronger than Xerath, so as long as she can just survive the initial burst from Xerath, she can actually turn around and actually win the team fight, or win the 1v1. And Highwood's coming out. He is level 6 with both buffs, so you have to be very, very careful here. There's the mage change coming down. Infinite Duress. Oh, doesn't miss the first one. We're just going to get her ult down, which will cancel a lot of the DPS. You need to be very careful. Don't give up blue buff here. Pirate ult coming down into her escape path. She is going to pick up Xerath and the first blood, but Cassiopeia will go down. Got to be very, very careful. Don't want to give up the double buff there. Lee Sin coming down towards Highwind. But yeah, that mage change, that first ult just missed. If that hits, Cassiopeia's ult actually wouldn't have stunned him, and they would have had more DPS before and would have had a better chance of killing her before Xerath was able to go down. But since, like I said, Xerath, if he doesn't have that burst damage, Cassiopeia can actually take him down in that span of time. So very, very unfortunate stacking of damage onto her. Just missing with the tip of that ult. I was going to push this lane into the turret, hopefully deny Cassiopeia some XP. It looks like he is going to be able to do. And get rid of some gold for her. To get rid of 2 creeps of XP and about 40 gold that she cannot get. And now, this is the advantage of taking that blue. You're going to be able to feed Xerath this blue. And Xerath is going to do all sorts of wonders with this against Cassiopeia. Just be able to spam like crazy, use that Lucas Power to gain extra range. And RyW's really pushing this turret very, very hard, clearing a wave with it all, but she actually doesn't have any mana here. She doesn't have a lot to help her out if she would get engaged on or gets in a team fight. Sona going up there, warding Dragon. Don't want to give up Dragon. Dragon a huge objective early in the game. Again, the earlier you are, the bigger a gold lead advantage does make. Right now, Razor Weapon about 1k ahead. Even after that first blow, their farm just superior at this point. Vayne 100. There we go. Another Infinite Duress onto Cassiopeia. But Mage Chains will land this time. There's the burst. That is the correct burst combo that we were looking for. Razor Weapon picking up a kill onto Cassiopeia. Infinite Duress first. That way, made sure to land the Mage Chain stun and keep her down in DPS as long as possible. And Vayne doing a good job hopping back out of it. So Vayne 100 CS versus Graves 80 CS. So he's hanging there better than last game, but still advantage farming bottom. Xerath, meanwhile, 75 CS to Cassiopeia's 75. So even there, but Xerath with the kill advantage now. And then Aurelia looking 96 CS versus Pirates 99. So again, keeping even top. Model Minority not getting advantage in top like it has been the past few games. It's kind of been a trump card for Team Matt Damon to actually have Model Minority win those top lanes pretty hard and be very, very tanky and a very, very strong bruiser in a lot of these team fights. But Aurelia is actually going to cause a lot of trouble for them, much like Skarner was doing a good job of ulting and suppressing out the carry for Razor Weapon. They're gonna have a pretty good time too with Aurelia actually diving in, and Vayne can deal a lot of damage with her true damage and has a lot of great carry potential. But the problem is that she doesn't have a huge range, doesn't have the same range as Tristana, doesn't have the same range as Kog'Maw. So there we go, sneaking a dragon actually here. Great pink ward by purple, so they're going to pick up the first dragon of the game, which will bring the gold back towards even for them. Very, very close game still as we move into 13 minutes. Bottom lane for Razor Weapon coming back. Vayne is bought up. Has a BF sword and the boots. Interesting buy. Probably going to go for early Bloodthirster. Again, she does really like... again, might see another Infinite Dress over here. And she's going to spot Warwick. Warwick's going to be able to put 2 hits on it, not be able to kill that ward. Very, very unfortunate. And Pirate now actually dealing a ton of damage. Throws down the ult. She's going to flash to get out of this. Taking very low damage, but she's actually going to be able to sustain the lane, even though she's this slow. Actually going to have a free stun onto Pirate. But he can eat out of it. That's why Pirate is a good matchup for Aurelia. You can get out of those equilibrium strike situations. Clear this wave with his Arcana Pulse and Locust Power. Locust Power actually gives him a lot of penetration. Gives him percent penetration, so very, very strong for him. A lot of pressure on the bottom lane pushing. Losing that dragon wasn't, very, very good. It's a good way for, Matt Damon. They need to focus on that because that actually will make up for their farm disadvantage. RaiseYourWeapon a lot better mechanically, just having a lot better farm potential here. And so if they can, focus on the dragon, get the dragons correctly, and pick that up, especially with the warding they're doing, get those objectives, it makes up for the fact that they're not as good mechanically at farming. That blue control from RaiseYourWeapon's been very, very smart this game. Let's see if they can get the next one, too. The Cassiopeia does have blue at this point. You see Xerath actually, on the back foot here in this setup. Lee Sin looking for a possible gank with a Sonic Wave Resonating Strike combo. Lee Sin actually throwing his Resonating Strike over there to reset the timer. Throw a ward over there so they can't know when blue is back up. They're going to try to do their own steal. Just waiting with that Locust Power up there. The Mage Change has a huge range, and now Highwood's going to come in here. See another engagement. She will get actually into the brush before. Now we're going to have the basic spell. This is a bad team fight for them. Teleport actually coming in. It's going to be a 3v2. This is really, really bad at this point. It really coming down. And oh my gosh, Infinite Duress, no good here. And actually, Xerath's actually going to pick up a kill in this fight. And Highwood's going to flash out of this great play. I thought he was in a lot of trouble, but they were able to focus down Cassiopeia. Not enough damage in there. So great job. Resonating Strike onto him, but Vayne is rotated up. They did not notice this true damage incoming. Will Lee Sin be able to escape us, but it's really hard to escape a Vayne once she is on the hunt in chasing, and teleport right behind Aurelia. Pirate ult slows going on to Aurelia. Aurelia's in a lot of trouble. True damage incoming. There it is. Arcana Pulse picking up the kill. Boss Cow, RaiseYourWeapon swinging this into an advantage, 3k gold advantage, and now they can actually press onto Military. Military's really low. They can pick up this too, getting about another k gold for their team. And pop it up right now, and bingo bango, just like that. Graves and Soraka thinking about pushing bottom. They're just getting 9 more experience. Great rotation by RaiseYourWeapon in that team fight. What looked like a bad engagement for them actually ended up being very, very good. Xerath still keeping his focus with that long range. He was so far away, but was still able to focus on the Cassiopeia and pick her off. And actually, he will steal that blue, which is absolutely huge as well. Pirate back top pushing the lane into the tower. Again, this is a very, very key mechanic. Any players looking to get better, this is kind of how lanes go. You want to actually push your wave into their tower, and this denies them money and gold, especially at the higher end levels, where last hitting is very, very important. I like this team comp so far from RaiseYourWeapon. Warwick's been able to assure a lot of kills. And he really needs to just basically get his, if he can, he needs to get his wit's end. That'll be key to his damage and his sustain, just with that MR in these team fights. Lee Sin jumping in here, wanted to kill himself. Asona just barely missing with the Sonic Wave by a pixel. Graves quick drawing in there, gains a lot of attack speed from that. Pain's going down towards Dragon. Warwick actually being spotted running through here. He needs to be very, very careful. They need a lot of wards out here. Moving in towards Cassiopeia, but there's no backup, so need to be careful. Aurelia is missing top, so they should know that they need to be safe here at this point. Blue buff looks very, very tasty. Xerath needs to realize that he is a soup du jour. Now constant heavy pressure on the board. Again, great pink wards, trading pink wards back and forth. Dragon is back up, so they do not have vision. So they are going to want to collapse onto this. Meanwhile, Pirate does not have his teleport, and neither does Aurelia. Used it about the same time, or Pirate used his later than Aurelia. So whoever rotates will be there. Is the end. And they're both trading back and forth. Aurelia getting a little bit of the better of this, coming out of this, but all her spells are on cooldown now. Pirate coming back with his parlay. And look at that long range from Xerath. Oh my gosh, over the wall. Steals for Raise Your Weapon. Well, they still do not know this ward is here. This ward has constantly been here, and they would like to camp that brush, but they seem to not know the wards keep going down there. It's affected them a lot of this game. And Raise Your Weapon's team fight just so much better if they decide to engage this. And there we go. Resonating Strike is down. They're going to have to wait for it to get back up if they want to engage. Or Catapult's going on, trying to poke them away. Sona all ready to actually defend them if they decide to go in on this. Pirate ult, zoning them out. Great stacking onto Lee Sin. Lee Sin's absolutely destroyed. And now Dragon should be free for Raise Your Weapon. Cassiopeia fancies himself a little bit of game here, but she does not going to have anything to do about this. Aurelia and Pirate trading top. Aurelia full health, Pirate low health, getting low on mana too, really getting low on mana. Right now this game looks very, very good for Raise Your Weapon. 6k gold lead at 20 minutes in. That is actually very, very good for them. Level advantage and item advantage. Once they spend it, it will be effective gold advantage. Right now they're banking all of that gold advantage actually in their bank account, so they need to go back and spend it in order to make it an effective advantage. And once they do that, they should have a really, really good team fight and pushing power as they move on here. They keep focusing in on objectives. Aurelia blue pilling back here. Aurelia, you know, we started the push. No, actually, we don't have a push towards a Trinity Force for her. Instead, she's going to go Frozen Mallet. Probably go Frozen Mallet.
Witsin.
Yeah.
Force of Nature.
Yep.
The Wick build, from what I heard. The Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked does like that. Sometimes works in an Atmas in there. The Froze Moz. Damage him against the wall, but he's easily able to dash out of this. Apparently I have fans here. Game basically stalling out here again. This, if you are just tuning in, this is Raise Your Weapon versus Team Matt Damon. Team Matt Damon is up one game in this best of three. The blue team is Raise Your Weapon. The purple team is Matt Damon. A lot of burst damage. Both teams searching out, looking for another pickoff possibly. Bottom lane just keeps getting pushed, and really, you know, let's take a look at the CS. 163 to Vayne's 209. So again, Dexter is superior mechanically at farming. Xerath, meanwhile, 161 to Cassiopeia 140. So again, CS advantage there. So CS advantage on top of a team fight advantage. So Xerath able to pick up another blue buff, it increases cooldowns even more. And so, interesting to look at Xerath. He's almost level 16, but Arcane Barrage, 53-second cooldown, and Dexter actually picking up a kill bottom. But Dexter's so good. Oh, and Aurelia getting a lot of love here. Look at the range of Xerath's ult coming back in here, trying to focus on to Pirate, but no dice. A great last ult from Xerath, making it rain. And just lots of advantage coming down here. This game very, very heavy into RaiseYourWeapon's favor, and now they might finally actually decide to kill this turret. No, so RaiseYourWeapon. So RaiseYourWeapon in this best of 3, down 1 game, but it looks like they have a good chance of winning this game as we're moving in here. Xerath being an absolute beast again. I love watching Boscow Xerath. Usually good things happen for RaiseYourWeapon when Boscow is on Xerath. 183 cents. Going to go back and buy now. Has about 1.6k gold banked. He's going to get a Void Staff. Stacks with his Locus of Power, actually giving him huge magic penetration. If we look here, where is it? Locus of Power, 20% magic penetration. So very, very strong. And also another thing that people don't realize is when they see Xerath, they're like, oh, he's so immobile. But really, you know, he can easily click a button, pop out of it, gets a 35% move speed bonus, 5% off of what you get from a Shurelya's Revelry, effectively. And Vayne really wants this kill. Very hard to run away. Look at that chunk damage onto Graves. Graves having a really hard time running out of this, and he will go down to that true damage. Pirate now catching on to the Soraka, and Soraka, I'm sorry. There's no chance of you getting out of that. And now this is all RaiseYourWeapon's favorite 5v whatever lane they want to push. Aurelia is still even top. Matt Damon might even just wasting time at this point, trying to push their lanes. A Pirate is back top, dealing with her. They've basically just been point blank swinging at each other. Pirate even taking on like 10 creeps there. Some dancing fans too, I guess.
If you were here at game, you would know who is his fans.
Yes, you would know who my fans were. Don't want to take away focus from the game. Meanwhile, it's actually pushing bot lane. Bot lane can be pushed really hard. Boscow on the hunt, running in here. Oh, Lee Sin, that was not a good idea, buddy. And now Aurelia is slowed down, and this has allowed Boscow a chance to pick up Mage Chain, stun incoming, all incoming. Going to pick up a double kill, I'm sure, but no. Matt's going to oblige there, pick up the second kill, and meanwhile, bottom turret's being pushed very, very hard. Exhaust onto Vayne, but that is not going to help you. There's not enough heals in the world, Soraka. True damage incoming, and there's the ace for RaiseYourWeapon, trying to take out this last turret and push this down. That's all they need at this point. RaiseYourWeapon looking very, very strong now. 12k lead, 25 minutes of the game. This is basically their game to win or lose. And there we go. There's the surrendered. So, yeah, the first surrender that we've seen today. You know, most teams wanted to play it out, but hey, you know what? They knew maybe, you know, it's an endurance match, so you know what they knew, like, hey, you know what, we can't win this game. Basically, as a team, let's just go to the next game because we don't want to drag this out and be tired going into the third.